All right, Nathan, hello. How you doing today, homie? Frost, welcome first. You're second today. Twix, welcome. Hello from Fuzz. Bonjour. Bonjour. Triento, hello. Alex, hello, buddy. How are you, sir? It's been a long time, Alex. How are you? Looking forward to see how you do in TOC. Honestly, thank you so much for the 5-month membership, Mr. Legacy. I don't think I'm gonna do too well. Obviously, I've never been in an epic before, so I think it's gonna be different, you know. It's gonna be different for sure. A little scared though, low key, a little scared. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So where are we? Need to edit that to. Save. There you go. Best of luck being cannon fodder. I mean, it's true. I literally am going to be cannon fodder. So, guys, this is what I've currently got set up for my whole shebang. Now, I am going to be making 2 separate actual, like, what's it called? I'm going to be making 2 separate like a defense and an offense. Obviously, this is going to be my offense when attacking bases. And then, obviously, I will end up doing a more defense one. Not that it matters. Let's be honest. It doesn't really matter for a defense one because I'm going to die in one shot from any rally that hits me. I only have 133 mil base HP. That's absolutely nothing when it comes to epic. So, yeah, I already know deep down 100 trillion% I stand absolutely no chance, okay? I stand no chance. I know this. But it's still better off to try and get the best possible defense out of the situation. So, when it comes to offense, I've got all my Howies that I can send to rallies. I don't own tanks, unfortunately. I don't have tank tech or anything like that. So, yeah, Scrooge, I am going to get absolutely pummeled. You are 100%, dude. Demon, thank you so much for the 5-month resub as well. I really appreciate it. Coming in with a membership. How to prepare a bot for L4 that he would be an anthill in? Wait, what? What do you mean? I'm confused. But how you doing today, guys? Welcome. Do you think it's early for Navy from 8.1 to 8.2 in Gold 3? Not really. No, I don't think it's too early, Frost. My friend Ahmad, he has an 8.2 and an 8.1 unit, and he is 100% free to play. He has never spent a single dime on this game, and he already has, as a free-to-play player in Gold 3 and Gold 2, has an 8.2 unit and an 8.1 unit for Navy. It's 100% possible as a free-to-play player. So, with that being said, I don't think having just one unit at 8.2 is impossible because my friend has an 8.2 and an 8.1. It's 100% possible. So, yeah, I would say it's not too early. I think it's okay to be doing that around this time. Maybe a bit early for 9s, in my opinion. Well, you got to think 9s is epic. So, in epic, people are going to be spending money, so it's not too early for 9s, Demon, if you think about it. Because let's be honest, if you're in Epic, normally you're spending money, you're earning more, you know, you're getting a lot more. How you doing, Nathan? Welcome. Guys, welcome everyone. I really appreciate you all tuning in. How is everyone's day today? So, guys, this is my current setup for 9.2. Now, I do need to save this setup here. I'm going to remove my 9.1 setup for now. We will go back and make a 9.1 setup if we have to. But for now, I'm going to save this formation. Okay. So this is now my saved formation. So with that being said, also, actually, I do want to turn off this thing here. So we don't need Hangar 1. We don't need Shipyard 2 or 3. Okay. What else do I not need? And I don't need actual level 1 either. Damn, okay. So we go here to this one and also turn off barracks number 1. There we go. So now we want to save that setting. Perfect. So this is all saved up now. Now we're going to change this to 9.2 offense. It feels really weird being on 9.2, but here we are. Here we are, guys. Liam, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, sir. My alliance is 6.1 bill. Will we go to silver 1 or gold 3? I think you'll go... it's a really good question. I'm not too sure, though, guys, if I'm honest with you, because I know it used to be around 5 billion went to gold 3, but I think they rechanged it back to how it used to be before that, which was about the 6 to 7 bill. So I'm not sure. Honestly, I couldn't give you an accurate answer on that one, if I'm honest with you, Scrooge, because it's changing. It's always changing. Corp ready for another epic? Yes, Liam, we are. So, guys, is there anyone else here who is currently in epic? I need as many epic people in here as possible. It would really, really help. So, if you are in epic and you got any tips or tricks, I'd really, really, really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it a lot. I would super duper appreciate any support you guys could give me information with. So, yeah, let's post this. I'm just posting that we're live, guys. And then link. Oh, there it is. So, well, in Epic, the tip is to spend money. My tip is make a boat. I do have a boat, guys. I have a 9.0 boat currently. It's not max 9. It's just hit 9. It's maxed 8.2. It's not currently maxed here, though. Unfortunately, I managed to get one of the nodules to 100. The second nodule is currently on 78. So as soon as I end up getting the next in a couple of days before L4 starts, I should have 100. Unfortunately, I just don't have the bullets right now. I have everything else. I just don't have bullets. Bullets are very a little bit further behind as of right now. But everything else is almost maxed out for my boat. So yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We're doing decent for the boat. I think we're doing decent for the boat. So, my Air Force is pretty shit. Obviously, I don't really have any air tech. I know my air units are not really going to be getting used much. I can switch between a bomber and a fighter. As people, if there's anyone in here who has recently or in the past played in Epic, please let me know. What do you think I should use more, a bomber or a fighter? Now, both my bombers and fighters have maxed officers, so, you know, but again, the tech isn't amazing. My air tech, I know, is nowhere near strong enough, for the air stuff, but it's kind of coming along slowly. It's coming along slowly, and my modern, I wouldn't even talk about it. It's not there, okay? So, long story short, do you reckon I'm better off sending in a fighter behind, like, my team's fighters? Or do you think it's better that I focus on just getting a maxed out bomber and just getting the odd little bombing run here or there? I don't know what's going to be a better option. I feel like the fighter's the better option, hence why I've started with this, because I can just tell it to run away. Whereas with a bomber, that bomber's, you know, I have to be super vigilant all the time with that thing. And as soon as one fighter hits that thing, it's going to be dead. So you think the bomber, the plane that's going to get shot down in seconds. Well, I feel like the fighter jet has a better chance because of the fact that it has the defense officers on. So it'll literally survive a little bit longer for it to run away. Whereas the bomber, it has no defense. It's just all offense, which means the moment any fighter hits my bomber, gone. Instant. So, yeah, if you guys are able to help with some suggestions there, I don't know. But this is my current offense setup. It's for attacking bases, field fighting, stuff like that. Why don't you use Jockey and Fox? Because Nagarani and Fox is better than Jockey and Fox. That's why, buddy. This is all round right now the best combination. I've tried every single combination out there for single fights, single fighter use. This is the strongest pair. So this combination defeats every other possible combination in the game currently. So, yeah. Obviously, if you've got two fighters, then you're going to want to have a more defense one and a more offense one. That makes sense. But in pure single fighter situation, in 1v1 style, if you both have the same tech, obviously, if I'm 1v1 in someone and they have better tech, they're going to beat me no matter what. But if you have the same tech, the same everything else, this is the best combo on the game currently. It beats every other combination. Will it defeat two fighters? Well, I don't have good air tech, Wraith. I don't have good air tech. So, yeah. How many keys do you have? What keys are you referring to, Mielench? I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, and I do apologize. Wraith, what is your game name? Yo, what's up, Ganto? How you doing today, homie? What's up, Sky? Welcome. So, yeah, guys, if you have any advice on this, I'd really appreciate it. I'm in ILC. Maybe we'll meet on the battlefield. Ooh, what do you mean by keys, though, buddy? What do you mean by keys? Sorry, are you on about like the keys for this thing here? I don't even know where I'm going right now. Is it this here you're referring to? Like these keys, the golden keys and stuff? I only have the gold and the silver currently. I need. That's why we're going epic to try and get the epic key, so we can unlock the epic one. How many keys do you have to upgrade units? Oh, to upgrade units. Are you on about these things? The Liberty pieces? Are you on about the refined components? He means wrenches. These things. Ah, the wrenches. So my wrenches right now are really bad. So currently I have maxed wrenches for offense in here. I have maxed wrenches for offense in here. And then unfortunately on this Howie, I only have 95. So not the best. Not the best. Now, obviously, if I'm field fighting or if I'm attacking a base, I can switch officers around. So, you know, we could try and focus on... But these are going to be the main two ones. These are my main two units. And then these are definitely not that strong at all, unfortunately. So... But yeah, as you can see, these are my little 4 units that I'll just send to rallies, constantly retrain them for as much as I can. But I know for a fact that, you know, it's not going to be the best and strongest option, but it's all we've got. It's all we've got. I only have 2 units in wrenches. Oh, okay. Hi, Rudy. How you doing today, dude? Welcome. Where's the infantry? Ivan, I don't currently have an infantry because, let's be honest, in Epic, what is my infantry... what is my infantry gonna do? Let's be honest. What is my infantry gonna do in an epic? What's that for a noodle officer setup? I mean, there is no better option, realistically speaking. This is the best option, Sky. I'm not too sure. So you're turtling? I'm not turtling. Turtles need to have a lot of HP, Ivan. I'm not gonna be turtling. I'm simply gonna be sending to rallies, and that's it. I'm gonna be all the way at the back of the fight, just sending to rallies. Sky, I mean, if you, with your amazing wisdom, could give me any better advice on a better setup than this, I don't think you're gonna be able to give a better setup. I think this is the best setup for the officers I have currently. I could maybe switch him out for Red Heat. My Red Heat is on 5335. I could, you know, I could potentially try using her, but I don't think she's going to be strong enough right now. Flame and Stinger always go together, right? Only in a defense situation, Demon. Only in a defense situation. If you're out in the field, having these two together means you're going to lose out on that 1 grid range, and at that point... There's no good. You want 5 grid Howies, I guess. Well, even if I want 5 grid Howies, this is my offense setup, Sky. In a defense setup, this will change. So don't get me wrong, this will change in a defense setup. So if that's what you're referring to, Sky, then yes, that's going to change. And I'm hoping you guys can help me set up my defense. But even then, let's be honest, in a defense, I'm going to die in one shot from a rally anyway because I'm a weak boy. Compared to all of these big 900 mil players, me being a small little 400 mil is nothing. So yeah, as terms of offense, Sky, this is pretty much the best field fighting offense-based attacking setup I have. I don't really have anything better than this in option. Hi, Vil. How you doing today? With this troops and tech, you will play safe zone. 95% of the time for a key, it will be hard to get the kill reward. Oh, I don't care about any of them rewards, Tom, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a strong player. I personally don't want to play in Epic. The only reason I'm in Epic is just to go and get that key, and that is simply it. As soon as we've got that key, you know, everyone in Corp's going to be breaking back down. But we're literally just there for... we're literally just there for thingy. Just there for the key. We're trying to get the key for this, guys. The Braves Path key. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get this Braves Path key, and that is simply it. I know for a fact that I'm going to be in a safe zone. My account is not an Epic account, so... You'll die from one Howie shot, not a rally. Potentially. I mean, if it's a really, really big boy, yes, but... Let's be honest. If anyone around, you know, my size tries to fight me, the same for you, Sky. Anyone around our size tries to 1v1 us, we can hold the line. But if it's someone like a 900 mil account's trying to 1v1 me, then yeah, they're probably going to kill me very, 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 very fast. But yeah, so like I will end up setting up a defense option, but as of right now, for offense purposes, send him to a rally. This is kind of the best option. Every time Corp has went to Epic, they lost. Well, I mean, pretty much most people lose, right? It's only the big boys that always win. I have no intention of winning, by the way. Are you happy with Frostfire? I've not really had much opportunity to use Frostfire. If I'm honest with you guys, I haven't had a crazy amount of opportunity to win when it comes to Frostfire. Well, not to win, sorry, to use him. He came out halfway through last L4, and by the time we got him and started using him, the enemies pretty much had given up. So I haven't really had much option when it comes to using him yet. So, but for what I have used him, he seems pretty decent. He does seem pretty decent. Can you show your siege setup? You mean this unit in general? So this is my unit here. You're referring to maybe the skills. I mean, the best way to show you would just be to do this, right? Here we go. So this is my current setup for everything here. Bruh, Corp got no whales. How should they compete without them? Yeah, I mean, Corp don't have 900 mil whales, so... I mean, they might have some now. I don't know. I haven't even checked. Let's have a look. Members... no. So, yeah, we're just playing with it. 700... Hotspot's our biggest whale, and he's 700 mil. So, yeah, like, you know, we've got three 700 mils, four 700 mils. There you go. So we've got 4 700 mils. I mean, that's not epic winning worthy, you know? So, yeah, I wouldn't expect them to win anyway, you know, but, you know. Wait, is epic and legendary the same thing? Yes, epic and legendary are the same thing, Ivan. Everyone needs decent allies to win. Yeah, I mean, no alliance realistically on their own wins. They win playing with other people, you know. What's up, GG boss? How you doing, homie? Maybe you play against Hawk. I'm not too sure who Hawk is. Is it a commander? Is it an alliance? I'm not sure who Hawk is. Epic's just the old name. Yeah, it used to be called Epic back in the day, and most people just stick with it. Two Marty Howies for Siege. I'm not using them for Siege. The only one that really gets used for Siege is this one. These are more for primarily killing units, but they work still attacking bases. Let's just say if I had this exact same setup, but I had two of these units, if I switch this out for a thingy one, it's not a crazy big difference. I've already made a video on this recently. It's not a crazy difference, but at the same time, I just don't have the necessary prototype pieces to physically be able to get two of them, so... Any alliance can win with scripting. Not necessarily, Rafe. Let's just say, for argument's sake, corporal scripting. For argument's sake, obviously, it's not happening. But let's just say all of corporal scripting, right? It doesn't mean they're going to win, because the bigger bases will still have the bigger advantage. Show Navy setup. So my Navy is a 9.0 guided missile destroyer. I have... I always forget his name. I always forget his name for some reason, and I don't know why. But that guy, and then we've also got Tidal Fang. Something Tide Watcher, that's the one. I knew it was something Watcher. Tide Watcher and Tidal Fang. What server is this? I'm in server 32, buddy. I'm in server 32. Hawk 00. I'm not too sure who Hawk 00 is. Hotspot isn't very active. I don't know. I've never played in. I've never played what's it called before, guys. I've never played in Epic before, so I've never played with Corp, so I don't know how active they are. I'm sure they're active, but there's a difference between being active and physically being able to do much. So. But normally, activity does definitely help. You definitely need to be active. Hello, though, Florian. How you doing today, guys? Welcome, everyone. So, for my defense setup, guys, if I was to make a defense setup right now, we need to think about the officers setup and how I'm going to do that. So, for defense style, I think we're going to go for Flame and Stinger. Okay, so we'll have Flame... And where's Stinger? Stinger! There you are, buddy. Oh, wait. Okay, so we've got to switch around some skills. So we've got Flame and Stinger on our Marty. On this one, who do we have on here, guys? I'm thinking... who do we do here? Do we do this and... her? Or... See, I don't know who we do here, guys. Do we put... This is for defense. Now, obviously, I'm thinking maybe we put Red Heat on because my Red Heat's at 5335. But I also don't necessarily want to put an officer that's not awakened on my better Howie. So I'm thinking of putting her here instead. What do you guys think about this? I think it might be a better option to have her on here. So if I was to then put... Where is she? Where is she? How would you guys set this one up, do you reckon? So maybe like that, and then potentially... Ooh, I'm thinking maybe we put him on there. What do you reckon? And then finally for the bottom one, something maybe like this. Again, I'm not 100% when it comes to the defense setup, how we're going to 100% perfect it, but that's what you guys are here to help with. What do you guys think so far from here? So I suppose Frost and Lib works since you have him. But I'm also wondering, because technically speaking, the ATG, you know, no, don't use Antonina on ATG. I mean, Antonina works on an ATG. She also has the thingy. I mean, I'm going to have... I mean, I could use Vox. I could use Vox still. I could use Vox for sure. It wouldn't be the worst. So look, let me just apply this for now. Apply officer setup only. So boom. Right, this is what I normally use. But in this instance, we're going to obviously switch. So this is what I normally have for my little setup, okay? This is what I normally have for my setup, okay? But of course, we have Frostfire now. I did not have Frostfire when I had this set up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch this around a little bit. So boom, we're now going to make sure that him and him is on this howitzer here, because this howitzer is maxed out still. It's still maxed out with the wrenches. Now for this howitzer, we're going to go for who should we put on this howitzer? Who do you reckon, guys? Futurist is better on Liberty. He is better on a Liberty, but so what you need to think, guys, okay? Now, this is what you need to take into consideration. This is purely just a defense setup, right? My base is going to die in less than... I might be lucky if I get my skill shot off, okay? That's how you need to think of it. I might be lucky to get my skill shot off. There's a good chance I won't even get my skill shot off. So we're going to try and focus on just getting as much damage output within 8 seconds, right? So the two main howies is this howie here. It has the wrenches in, okay? And then I also have this howie here, which also has the wrenches in. With the third howie, it does not. It only has 95 wrenches. So I do want to put my main 4 officers on these 2 howies, okay? And then these 2 are very weak-ass units, okay? So that's why I was thinking about putting Frostfire and putting Liberty up on this one. And then over here, I'm thinking of putting, say, Red Heat with... Red Heat with, what's his name? Him. What do you think about this option? Do you think this is a good option? Do double eye skill shot if you want to clap a Howie. Well, I have eyes skill on here, so we have eyes skill on here, so that this will go off at 6 seconds instead. 26 mil firepower on a maxed out Martiardi. It doesn't have the best parts, I don't think. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't have maxed out parts for here. These are only small little 9.1s. For defense, switch your wrenches around to have both Marty maxed. So here's the thing, guys. Fox, what you need to realize is if I was to switch around the wrenches to change to a different Howie, it means I need to retrain the Howie, okay? And if I'm in the middle of being in kind of an offense situation and I'm about to get attacked, that means that, you know, if I was at that point to retrain the Howie, I'm going to have no defense at all. So it's better to just keep the wrenches where they are instead of switching. Does that make sense? It's better to keep the wrenches where they are, because if I switch them, Vox, I'm going to have no units because it's going to be retraining a Howie. So instead of losing out on a Howie, I might as well just keep the wrenches where they are. Good morning, buddy. How you doing today, dude? Welcome, welcome. I think my Martiarti is about 38 mil firepower max. But Wraith, 1, what power are you? 2, what's your, you know, do you spend money on the game? Are you completely free to play? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. And you probably have maxed out parts as well. I don't have any of that. Hi, Stuart. How you doing today, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I appreciate you all tuning in. I appreciate you all tuning in. Yeah, okay, buddy. You're probably... What's your collector? Come on, don't lie. You can't brag about having such a strong Howie and then lie about your stats. Come on. Be a big man. Be a big man. 68 collector. That's why. I mean, if you've got a spare 20, 30 grand laying around so that I can get to that same level as you, probably even higher, then maybe I can catch up eventually. Maybe I can catch up eventually. What's the L for? The L is... This is a medium. This is a medium. It's absolutely for nothing. It's just going to be there with 1 unit in to give me a little bit of extra base defense. I've got an ult with Collector 50 if you want. Damn! Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want. So, guys, as of right now, is this going to be our best setup? So, remove this one. That's on there. That's on there. That's there. Oh, so we've got to skill train this. Okay, we need to skill train this right now. So, now we take off this. We take off this. Over here, we put on... What do we put on here? We put on the skill boost. We put on this one. There we go. So, boom, boom. And then over here, what do we put on over here, guys? Do we have a balance skill? I think we've run out of balance skills, haven't we? Sheesh. We could... Nah, it's fine. 10% firepower is, I guess, is better than nothing, right? Because these don't need to be on in this situation. So, I could also use this here, the 10%. But I'm wondering, this might here, normal boost buff, this might be just better on the ATG in general. What all-time power am I? I'm 422. This says 428, but I think that's just because of, I don't know what that's from. But yeah, I'm around 425, 428. Hi, hello, Esk. How you doing today? Alt with collector 50. Oh yeah. So remember, guys, I'm not going here with the assumption I'm gonna be kicking booty. Trust me, okay? I'm not very strong. I'm not very strong, guys. I'm not very strong. I'm not going into the battlefield thinking I'm gonna be some hot shot. Okay, it's not the point. From the M tank being untrained, I guess. Maybe from that being untrained. Well, no, because this has never been trained. This has never been trained. I hope Corp become a better alliance. Well, Corp's only a Gold 1 alliance. They're not an epic alliance. They're not an epic alliance. They're only a Gold 1 alliance. That's like saying my alliance, which is AFK. Oh, AFK are farmers if they, you know, recruited a load of people and went into Epic. It's just, we're not an Epic alliance, so we're not going to do well there. You know? Alright, so guys, I think overall, though, this is the best setup we're going to get for now. We do need to obviously put another thing here. And I'm assuming... we got that. Yeah, 15. Yeah. We don't... Oh, actually, we could remove that. Remove that. Put on... Remove these for now, because right now we can put on... Where is it? Where is it? I'm always terrible at finding... There he is. We'll put that on there. And then we'll put on... Sheesh, where is it? We'll put on that there, okay? So that's that sorted. Now over here, we now have a balance skill. Is there anywhere else I could put a balance skill? No. Don't need it there. No. Okay, so yeah, it will just go here then. So the balance skill from here will go on to that. Boom. Done. So this is now going to be the best possible setup. Hello, Scopes. Did you join the dark side finally? I didn't expect you to want to get the skin. I mean, I want to get the I just want to get the Howie skin. Other than that, I won't be staying here. I won't be staying here, LX. I won't be staying here, buddy. But yeah, so Corp isn't a Gold 1 alliance. They are, but Corp is still pretty well. Oh, they're very well organized. I mean, in Gold, I noticed they do very well in Gold 1. But, you know, there's a difference between being farmers and just not being strong enough for Epic. And that's the big difference. It's just Corp aren't strong enough for Epic. They're a good alliance. They're very, you know, they're very, very well organized. They just, unfortunately, are not strong enough to realistically... you know, participate in Epic. We're just going there to get the skin. Everyone knows that Corp are going to get the skin. They're going to try their hardest to do as best as they can. But at the end of the day, You know, no matter how many hotspots we have, which is, you know, we've got, what, 700 mils. The enemy are going to have 900 mils, and then 800 mils, and so on and so on. I think you are not strong enough for Epic either. Well, maybe you could turtle, just do a little field fighting, but average 600 mil will just do human players like you and I. Oh, yeah, no. I'm not strong enough for Epic at all, no. I've never said I am strong enough, Alex. Did you see your leader got bald? I heard about it, Ivan. I heard about it. Everyone joined Epic to get the scare, but you could buy it in an exclusive lounge. You could buy what in exclusive lounge, Stuart? Yeah, turtling doesn't really work anyway. Turtling doesn't work for anyone. Our arse is not even strong enough for Gold 1, to be honest. No, even in Gold 1 we'd struggle. Gold 2 is where, you know, 400 mils sort of, they're pretty average in that sort of Gold 2 section, you know. Even in Gold 2, you're still going to have more, you know, you're still going to have more thingies. In Scopes' case, a 600 mil just to sneeze and he's crispy. Yeah, I mean, crispy. I don't know if a 600 mil might be able to one-shot me. I'm not going to say they can't because I don't know. I've never had to fight a 600 mil. Quite often I fight 500 mils. And I've never been one-shot by a 500 mil. Lucky to get half-a-shotted by a... I've never been half-a-shotted by a 500 mil. So, you know... My base HP is pretty weak. It's only 133 billion. But, yeah, so, like, even, you know, a 500 mil in a 1v1 situation is not going to one-shot me. 600 mil? Is that 100 mil difference enough to make... Is 600 mil going to be able to one-shot? Potentially. Potentially, for sure. But 500s haven't, unfortunately, as of yet, anyway. Yeah, we're trying to get the Lib Howie skin. You can buy a Howie skin. So the Howie skin you can buy in the store is for 5%. Yeah. Hello, fan. How you doing today, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I've been good, thanks, Wavy. How have you been, sir? Well, yeah, but that's true. Obviously, that's also skin set. Skin skin set collectors make a big difference. Yeah. Obviously, if you've got skin set collectors, even like a 400 mil with crazy high skins is going to be able to absolutely destroy someone. So, but yeah, that's the big difference that you just forget about. It's not just power; it's also skin sets. You know. No one is trying to make a new and permanent epic team. I think the reason people aren't trying to make a new and permanent epic team is for one reason and one reason only. I might be wrong here, but I think the main reason that alliances aren't trying to make new and upcoming teams for epic is because they just can't. Like, it doesn't matter how many people try to make these teams or how much they try to do. At the end of the day, those super big alliances, you know, I don't pay attention to Epic, so I don't know the name of alliances or anything like that. Maybe it's 300. I don't know who they are. But for example, back in the day, no one could beat S21, right? They had no money and all of these accounts and whatever, right? So it didn't matter what you done, you knew you was going to lose. So imagine doing something in life, knowing you're going to lose and fail, and it's all for a waste of nothing. That's what the moral of the story is. People don't want to do that. Now, right now, I don't know who's the top dog. I have absolutely no clue. I don't follow Epic at all. But, for example, you've got Sing Song and all of these strong players in the game. I don't know if, you know, Sing Song's in the #1 alliance. I don't know. But what I do know is that's why back in the day, people didn't really enjoy going to Epic because they knew they weren't going to be able to win. I don't know if that's still the situation, but I'm assuming that's why it's still the case. But I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm pretty sure SVG is the strongest as of right now. So again, I have absolutely no idea. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. But whether it's still like that, I don't know. Yo, take care, Stuart. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Scos, what do you think about the multi-account to feed rallies? Is it cheating? If it's your account and your account only, no. If it's someone else's account, then yeah, it's not the most sportsmanship thing to do, is it? But let's just say, for example, I myself have 5 accounts on the game, right? I personally own 5 accounts. I've worked on all of them, and I'm the only one with access to those accounts. And I log on and I make a rally, and then I log on to all my other accounts, whether it be with one phone and I keep switching accounts, or if I have 5 phones in front of me and I activate them all and I send them to my rally and I make a full rally on my own, but I'm the only person who owns those accounts. That is not cheating. That's just fucking dedication. At that point, that's just dedication. But yeah, let's just say all of you in chat sent me your login details, and I started playing on all the accounts, and I made rallies and with all of these different accounts, but they're not my accounts, they're other people's accounts. That's a bit, That's a bit not too good. That's you just repeating Lilith's rules. What do you mean, LX? I don't even know what Lilith's rules are, if I'm honest with you. I have no idea. So, I'm not repeating anything, because I have no idea what their rules are. I don't speak Spanish, mi amigo. Lo siento, no hablo español. You can't share accounts, but you can own multiple. But yeah, I mean, I don't see what's wrong with owning multiple accounts. I mean, I own multiple roles. I have another role here. So, what's the difference between owning a different role? I mean, the only difference between owning a different role and owning a different account is you can have one account on one device and one account on another device, whereas on a role, you can only be on one role at a time. That's the only difference. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't personally see what's wrong with having more than one account. I really don't see a point what the problem is, you know? Because at the end of the day, rookie mistake. I'm against having roles just to make another account on a different email. Well, yeah, but I didn't know about that when I made a new role. I just made another role to help my friend. So my friend wanted to start the game, but he started the game about 6 months to a year after me, and I didn't want him to play on his own, so I just made a newer role to play with him. So that's why I now have 2 roles. I've got where is it? Obviously, so that's why I've got this role here, which is the role I started playing with him, and then this is my role, my main role. Now, this one here has modern tank tech, so this I just send any of these units to a tank rally, and that's about it. I just keep retraining them. So yeah, that's why I got this role. Only for Ahmad? Yeah, so Ahmad started to play the game, and I made this account to join him. Well, let's hope they let you change it into a different account. It's not possible right now, Alex. I've already asked. But yeah, so in general, I personally don't see it as cheating if someone has multiple accounts, because at the end of the day, if that person's going to sleep, they've now got none of them accounts online. Right? So let's just say you have an alliance of 30 members, for argument's sake, right? You have 30 members in an alliance, 10 of them are one person, right? So sure, when he's online, you've got 10 active accounts. But the moment that person goes to sleep, as long as they're not cheating, you know, with multiple people using the account, and it's just him using that account, that's now 10 accounts they guaranteed do not have. So at that point, they're fucking screwed. They've fucked themselves over. Whereas my alliance, who has 1 account per person, has 30 members online. That one person goes to sleep. We now have 29. They only have 20. Instantly, we gain the advantage. So it's one of those, you know, ups and downs parts of the situation. I don't think it's cheating if someone owns more than 1 account in any way, shape, or form. I personally don't think that's cheating. That's just dedication. If one guy wants to work on 10 accounts at once, good luck. Have fun. I don't know how he manages to work, sleep, eat, and all of that with 10 accounts, but if that's the dedication he wants to put forward, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that, personally. Right, let's save this formation now. Save. Oh, wait. Want to make sure we've got everything. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. That off. Boom. Now, save. Confirm. Right, and now this is 9.2 defense, and by defense I mean 9.2 die in 8 seconds. So, this is going to be my defense setup here. This is going to be the defense-y kind of setup. It's nothing it's nothing crazy, it's nothing strong, it's just better than nothing, right? One of your friends does that on your alliance? Yeah, so, but that's the thing though, like, buddy, if obviously he goes to sleep, 9.2 get farted on by a 1 wow. Well, of course, they're strong boys. Any tips to prepare for gold 2? Oh, what power are you, Wavy? Logan, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all for tuning in today. I really do. I really do. Where are we? Let me have a look. Very cooked. 255 mil. So if you're 255 mil and you're going into gold 2, I'd say it's probably a bit too soon. You should probably just focus at gold 3 at this stage in the game. Gold 2 right now is going to be very, very hard. It's definitely going to be very hard. But guys, for anyone who is currently in the stream and, you know, appreciates the work and the content that we make for you, and you've got a little bit of spare time until, obviously, right now we don't have an L4. Most of us don't have an L4. I think there's probably some people in here that still are currently in an L4. But if you're currently not in an L4 and you're a little bored and you want something to play to pass the time between now and the next L4, I'd really appreciate anyone who can help me out with a sponsorship, okay? I'm currently doing a sponsorship. The link is in the chat right now. If you are on mobile and you don't mind playing some mobile games that will help support me completely free on your behalf, please feel free to click the link in the chat, okay? It's a game called Matchmasters. I'm currently doing a sponsorship with them. So if you guys don't mind, you know, between now and the next L4, if you've got some spare time on your hands to try and download that game and give it a try and get as far into the game as you can, I would really, really appreciate it. I'll put the goals in the chat for you guys right now. But as I mentioned, if anyone is able to help me out with this sponsorship, it would be really, really helpful. Like, super helpful, guys. So I'll put the link in there right now. Well, the link is in there, and the goals are currently being posted in here. So these are the actual goals. And there are the actual goals in the chat right now. So if you guys don't mind helping me out, gambling game, it's not a gambling game. Not in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't do that. Yo, what's up, Border Patrol? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Panda, welcome, dude. Morning. You might be cooked in Epic. Yeah, I'm cooked in Epic. We currently have 130. We have 130, buddy. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting cooked. I'm going to be getting cooked like crazy in Epic, okay? Cooked like crazy. So this is obviously, I've got an offense and a defense style. But yeah, for anyone who does want to help support me, I'd really appreciate anyone who's able to try and check out the game that I've been sponsored with. As I said, it genuinely so far, I've done this sponsorship over on Twitch, and long story short, Twitch have really helped me a lot. They've done the Twitch community have been absolutely amazing. Also on Discord. So if there's anyone here from the YouTube community that wouldn't mind helping me out, I'd really appreciate if you can download the game. Play a little bit, as much as you can. Obviously, the goals are in the chat right now. If you guys could get up to 3,800 trophies on the game, I would really, really appreciate it. So, back to Warpath, though, guys. If there is anyone here that has a different option on the setups that I should be doing when it comes to these setups here. So, let me apply officer. So these are what we've currently got going for the offense and defense. Is there anything else that you think I should be doing? Hi, Ash. How are you doing today? Hello, David. Does tablet work? Potentially. I mean, Wavy, give it a try. I think it would work. But yeah, so if you're on mobile, and I'm assuming tablet should work as well. But yeah, if you guys don't mind trying to download the game, as I said, it would be very, very helpful. I will post the link in the chat one more time for you guys. So yeah, if you don't mind helping, click the link that's in the chat. I'd really, really appreciate it. LX, why are you gonna report Ivan for harassment? Ivan is a very annoying little harassment boy, isn't he? Loving the new arty officer. He slaps hard. What are your thoughts? Honestly, I do like the new officer. He is pretty good. He's pretty good. What is your navy and what would you recommend? So my navy, guys, is going to be a 9.0. It's a half-done 9.0 GMD. Ivan is my child. He is a little child, isn't he? Scope, no tanking unit, no base-to-basis TOC. So, Panda, I'm going to Epic, Panda. Obviously, I'm going to suck in Epic. I'm not strong enough for Epic. But we're going there to try and get the key so I can try and awaken so I can try and unlock the Epic Howie skin. But yeah, long story short, I'm going to be pretty useless this L4. But next L4, we're going to be back in AFK. We're going to be back to, either Gold 3 or Gold 2. And by the way, guys, if anyone here wants to join my alliance, we are going to be recruiting. You do need to be between around the sort of 300, probably in 25 mil to 425 mil. You're also going to need to have either some sort of maxed out 8.2 boat, or you're going to have, and you're going to need at least one max 9.1 fighter or bomber or air unit in general. I would change your turtle lineup, to be honest. This is offense. This is my offense, and this is my defense. These two. And there's nothing else I could change to. I don't have any tanks. I don't have anything like that. I don't have absolutely nothing. There's no point. These are my best units, so they're the only option I've got. LX. There's nothing for me to change. The content going to be goated though. I mean, I'm going to be covering, guys, a lot. I'm going to be covering a lot of the actual action. Why Tidal not first? I think her coefficient is more. Tidal is not first because the other officer offers a different situation. And it says here, where is it? Where is it? Calls for an airstrike dealing damage to an enemy. Damage coefficient of 1800. If the target has over 50% HP remaining, the airstrike deals an extra damage coefficient of 450. So, if I put Tidal Fang first and she deals the 1800 and it takes him that unit to just below 50%, this officer's only going to get 1800. They both have 1800, by the way. They're both the same amount. But here, I'll get an extra 45%. So, whatever I'm attacking, even a base as well, LX, even a base, if the target, it doesn't say if the troop, it says if the target, that means anything that I'm attacking has over 50% HP, I'm going to deal extra damage. Okay? Whereas this one is, so the damage is increased by 25%, you know, if it's on a thingy. So then technically this does have a little bit more. But yeah, so long story short, it's just because you want to get this to go off first. Even if this isn't for bases, let's be honest, right? Even if this is not for bases and it only works on units, it's still the same premise. You want to have this officer first. Scopes, what's better, Eye Poseidon or at Captain or Futurist? It really doesn't matter, Ash. It doesn't really matter in the slightest. I personally would always advise to put Futurus first because he has a much higher damage coefficient than what I does. I offers 15 with 25 extra, so he offers is around 1800, whereas this officer offers around 2400 or minimum 2000. So yeah, I personally would say just to put him first because it doesn't really matter. 1850. Okay, thank you. Maths is hard. What are the requirements to get into Epic? So requirements for Epic are you need to have a strong alliance, but you can only have a maximum of 130 members. And then you can have whatever power you want as long as you've only got 130 members maximum. Or if you have more members, so let's just say you've got more members, you can have unlimited amount of members, up to 255, because that's how many you can have. But you can only have a maximum of 40 billion power. Okay? So it's either or. You can either have 40 billion power max or 130 members max. Obviously, most people would rather go for the 130 members and then have more people. But with that being said, that's to be able to sign up. But to be fair, if you only have 40 billion, you're not going to get into Epic. So, long story short, you have to go for the other one. But that's not necessary. So yeah, the 40 billion isn't to get into Epic. This is just so you can sign up to an alliance, to an L4. But as I mentioned, you're not going to get into Epic with only 40 billion. So it's just not. It's not going to work. Unfortunately, you need to have around the sort of 55 plus, maybe 60 plus billion to get into it. Epic is not fun. I agree. I don't think Epic is fun. What's the average base power in Gold 3? Anywhere between 300 and 400 mil is the average in Gold 3. Maybe 250. No, I'd say anywhere between, because you got low Gold 3 and you got high Gold 3. Low Gold 3, you're probably looking anywhere between 200 and 300. And in high Gold 3, anywhere between 250 and 400. And then when it goes to Gold 2, you have anywhere between 300 and 500. And then anywhere between, it all depends on where you're at. Because it's not just Gold 3. You got low Gold 3, mid Gold 3, high Gold 3. There's loads of different tiers of Gold 3, loads of different tiers of every aspect. Damn, gonna be a struggle as 154 mil to base. I mean, if you're in the low Gold 3, you should be fine. You should be fine, guys. You should be fine. Would you be going for another naval unit? Currently, no, because I can only make one unit. But when I'm in, eventually I will, but as of right now, I only have enough to max out an 8.2. After 8.2, I can't max out another unit, so there's no point in me getting officers for another unit. What is your take on players with as high as level 67 collector level playing in silver? I mean, it sucks, but at the end of the day, it depends, are they level 67 collector and then 500 mil, or are they level 67 collector but they're only 200 mil? Because it makes a big difference, but at the same time, it still sucks. So you're going to be in Gold 3. So you'll probably be in low Gold 3. I wouldn't say it's going to suck for you, but it definitely will be challenging. It'll definitely be challenging, for sure. Is War Machine's special skill better than the Repair special for Howie? Probably, yeah. Because if you think about it, the Howitzer's normal attack is good, but the main thing about a Howie is its special, is its the fact it does a lot of damage with the skill shots. 20%, sorry, is it 20? It's 15%, or is it 10%? No, it's 10%. The skill that you're referring to, this one, where is it? This one here, this is just normal attack boost. So if you put this on a Howie, you're only going to get a normal attack boost. Whereas if you put this on an ATG, the ATG's normal attack is a very good, strong attack. That's why I've got this on that. But if you were using that on a, what's it called? On a Howie, the Howie's not going to be anything special. Whereas the one you're referring to, which is this skill here, this reduces the load time, which basically what this means is it increases the damage of this officer's troop by 10%. That's how you need to think of it. It increases the damage of everything by 10%. So, long story short, it's just imagine this is a damage skill. You got a 10% damage skill. So, yeah, this is going to be a better option on a Howie than what the other one is. In fact, I probably could use this instead of Prepair's skill, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because normal attack boost of 15% or all attack boost. Yeah, I mean, I probably could just use this on here instead. If I'm honest with you, I could just use that on there instead. Because for offense, anyway, this is going to be a better option. On my defense one, I think I've got it slightly different. Let's have a look. So, let me offense, save offense. Yep. Now, if I go to defense, I'm pretty sure in a defense situation... Yeah, so in defense, I could potentially still put that other one on. I could switch that around on the other one. It would work. It would work. But yeah, nah, on ATG, Prepair is better than War Machine. On Howie is where War Machine skill shines. Well, no, because if you think about it, LX, on the Howie... So, you need to think of it this way. On the Howie, I'm going to get the 10% damage to everything. I'm going to get 10% damage to his skill damage and 10% damage to his normal attack. Whereas the other skill is only going to do 10% to his normal attack, and it's going to completely forget about his offense. So, this one overall is still going to be better. The overall whole output will be more. Yeah, so Brave's Path is only really for Epic and Gold players. Scopes, why use a GE? What's GE? Golden Eagle? I don't have any other officer. I just don't really have any other officer. I could maybe use Red Heat instead. Do you reckon Red Heat might be a better option than Golden Eagle right now, chat? In this stage, my Red Heat is currently 5335. Isn't Maestro... I mean, Maestro's okay for an ATG. I don't think he's the best. I will be soon doing a video testing this hypothesis out. I'm going to be doing an ATG video soon, testing out all the different ones. But yeah. Obviously, if Red Heat was awakened, I'd be using her. I just don't currently have... You know, so long story short, guys, if Red Heat was awakened, I would have Red Heat on here right now, and then I'd have Argent and Stinger on here. Right? But currently speaking, I don't have Red Heat awakened. Eagle on an ATG is very good, by the way. So this skill here, obviously, is very good in general. Just in general. This here increases the damage intensity by 20% to tanks and helicopters. Well, the ATG attacks tanks and helicopters. So that's very good. This one here, the critical strike... Sure, the ATG penetrates. It doesn't hit critical strike, so it doesn't really matter. And then this one here increases the thingy. That's whatever, right? But then the Awaken skill as well for Eagle is it increases the normal attack of this officer's troop by 20%. And let's be honest, when you're attacking 20%, when you're 20% normal attack on an ATG, the ATG itself... focuses a lot of its damage on that normal attack going into a super heavy. That's what the ATG has a lot of focus on, is its normal attack. The skill shot of an ATG is good, but the normal attack is where it really shines. So having this ability to do 20% extra damage with that normal attack is also huge. And it also ignores 10% of the enemy's damage resist, which is also huge. So that's basically 30% damage, if you think of it on a technical basis, 30% extra damage. You then have another 20% damage here. So that's basically, you're getting 50% damage. It's nothing insane, don't get me wrong. But for the fact I have him awakened, it's something, you know? It's something. I wouldn't have Stinger on an ATG. Well, the thing is that, again, this is my offense, Kev. This is purely offense. This is if I'm going to be sending my units to a rally, this is the best option for dealing damage to units and bases. Okay? When I have a defense situation, it changes. I have Stinger and Flame on a Howie. I then have, you know, on my ATG, it's just more of a defense ATG. It's nothing, it's not a crazy strong ATG. Yeah, but that's on defense, Kinterex. I hope I said your name correctly. That's on defense. On offense, it's slightly different. Out in the field, Stinger isn't actually anything amazing, by the way, guys. Whether it be burning a base or attacking units, he's okay. He's nothing crazy. The same with Argent Flame. Argent Flame is good, but he's nothing super crazy. I don't have any Braves Path, Wavy, because I've never been in Thingy before. You have to be in Thingy. Stinger's a beast to get kills anywhere on RT. Incorrect, Kev. Only if they're within range. It's only if they're within range, okay? So let's just say, for example, right? Stinger's on this Howie, right? And I want to attack this unit here. Let's just say there's a wall of Howies sat here, right? And I want to attack this unit. Stinger is only going to hit the unit that is in range, okay? And that's it. He's not going to go and hit units outside of his range, okay? So a unit like Stinger has to get within range of multiple Howies to deal multiple damage. So he's only going to be good in a very small section of time when something's pushing towards him as his skill goes off. Other than that, Stinger's better because Stinger will hit someone that's one grid away. So Stinger can hit a little bit further away. So that makes a bigger difference as well. So yeah, Stinger's good, but he's nothing super crazy. He is better in base in a defense situation. Every officer is only good in range. Sure, but there's different officers for different ranges with different abilities. So, for example, you have Frostfire, who has more damage coefficient than Stinger, okay? He has more damage in the field than Stinger. He has more officer boost damage. He also rejects some extra damage incoming. He also then has a 75% chance to take even less damage. So overall, and then he also has the ability to, every time he's shooting, deal some sort of skill damage. So do you know what I'm saying? Like, he is overall in the field much better than Stinger. Show me the turtle lineup. What turtle lineup are you referring to? This one? I don't have a turtle lineup. We're going epic. There's no such thing as a turtle lineup for me. Why no blue glow Howie? I don't have the blue glow. I'm not interested in a blue glow. So with Stinger, you have... Let's have a look here. So with Stinger, you completely lose out on this 25% damage. So all you have is 1800 with the 600 extra, right? Which is good, don't get me wrong. You have 20%. So all you get is 20% damage. This here, you reduce someone's shield by 25%. That's it. So you don't... And you don't have this skill when outside of your base. So out in the field... all he has is 20%. He has 20% damage, and then the skill shot. That's all he has. He's good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just not saying he's not the best. Out in the field, you're better off having Argent, for example, because Argent can deal that little bit extra, further range. He can get those extra kills without risking the loss of your Howie. And technically, Kev, Red Heat is better than Stinger. But obviously, Red Heat is not a free-to-play officer. But Red Heat is much stronger than Stinger ever could be. But yeah, that's the big difference. There are only 4 good field Howie officers: Red Heat, Liberty, Vindicta, and Frostfire. Antonina. Antonina's still a pretty decent officer with the fact that she offers 5 grids, 100%. Argent Flame's good because he offers technically 6 grids. You know, Stinger is good in the field. I'm not saying Stinger isn't good, you know? Red Heat doesn't splash everywhere, only in one spot. Well, she splashes anywhere that's one spot onwards. But let's be realistic, Kev. It's very rare that you're gonna need to splash everywhere and anywhere. It's normally when you're fighting someone, you're fighting a rally with people next to each other or stuff like that. The fact that if you're, like, let's just say you bring your unit out to attack someone, like you're attacking a rally, that rally is going to be focused in one group area, which means the splash from Red Heat or something. Antonina isn't my lineup anymore. She's poop even with the extra grid. It depends who you pair her with, but I wouldn't say that. Heat is insane on the field with Liberty or Vindicta. Heat is massive. He is by far probably the best officer on the game. Like, 100%. Hey, take care, Wavy. I appreciate you again. Vindicta and Wanderlust is nutty. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's two exclusive lounge officers. Any exclusive lounge officer is nutty, let's be honest. Most exclusive lounge officers are crazy. They need to be, for the fact you paid an arm and a leg for them. So yeah, you're gonna kind of need for them to be. But yeah, guys, I know I've already mentioned it, but if you're new to tuning in, I would really appreciate anyone who can help me out with a sponsorship. The link is in the chat now. It's for a game called Matchmasters, which I'll happily show you guys right now. Matchmasters. It's very similar to Candy Crush. In the terms of how do I explain it? It's very similar to Candy Crush, guys. But if anyone could download this game and help me out, we have a team on here as well with all of our friends that are playing the game. And basically, you have to match things to earn points. That's the premise of the game. And currently, me and my we have a team where we can send each other things. So if anyone does want to help us out, I'd really, really appreciate any help or support to people that wish to download the game. The link, as I said, is in the chat right now. Ooh, boom. I'm gonna do this one. Pink. Ahmad, I'm not doing too well here. Oh, let's do that. And then do that. Perfect. I think I'm gonna lose this one, though. Ooh, extra move. Yeah, we're not doing too well here, guys. Saber is also sort of good lounge, also despite being old. I mean, every officer of the game genuinely has its, you know, pros and cons to it, you know? Every officer has their pros and cons, for sure. 100%. But yeah, for chat, if there's anyone in the chat who don't mind downloading this game and giving it a try between now and the end of next L4, I'd really appreciate anyone who can help me out. You're getting old, Scopes? I am getting old. That is true. I am getting very old. But yeah, guys, the link is in the chat for anyone who doesn't mind helping me out. Anyone who thinks they can download the game and give it a little bit of a try, I'd really appreciate it. Between the need for rushes, city badges, and walls, I kind of have to cycle all of it. The grind is heavy. It's a very heavy grinding game. How old is Scopes? How old do you think I am, Tony? I'm very old. I'm an old man now. I'm a very old man now. Very old man. He's 50? God damn. Okay. God damn, I'm not that old. Alright, guys, calm down. I'm not that old. Sheesh. Or am I? Maybe. I might be that old. Scopes is 46 with 3 divorces. God damn, what am I hearing right now? I can't get females? What do you mean? Chat, I might be cooked here. I might be cooked here, chat. I think I'm cooked. I lost the game. Not married? No. He never said females. True. He didn't. You're right there, Tony. You're right there. I'm 30. I just turned 30, guys. Nice save. Oh, no. We lost this game, guys. We lost this game. But yeah, if anyone doesn't mind helping me out by simply downloading the game, it's completely free. Just by downloading the game, giving it a bit of a try. The link, as I said, the link is in the chat right now. I'd really appreciate anyone who can help me out with that. Zachary, you can indeed. I'll show you my setup now. But yeah, guys, as I mentioned, on this game, if you do download it and play it, we do have a team here that you guys can join. It's from the people in the community that have joined this team. So anyone who wants to come and join us and play with us, I'd really, really appreciate it. The link is in the chat, guys. It's a free way for you guys to help support me and my content creation. But my unit setup, here's my unit setup for you, buddy. Australian winter is so depressing. 11 p.m. and 13 degrees. Coldest winter it's been in a yoink. 13 degrees is... Wait, is that... Wait. 13 degrees. Are you in Fahrenheit in Australia or are you in Celsius? I'm sure you're Celsius, right? Because you're Australian, right? You probably use the same as us. Scopes, what's the best setup for training skills on both Everbloom and Angel of Light? Blast mitigation and damage resist is going to be your best option, Delhi. Celsius. Okay, then yeah, 13 degrees is a nice autumn day for us. I thought he was going to say gambling addiction. No gambling, no gambling. But yeah, guys, so anyone here who plays on mobile or has any mobile at all, Scopes needs some money. Well, Rex, it's completely free and it does help me earn money. So if any of you want to help support, help support me basically, I'd really appreciate anyone who can just download the game, give it a little bit of a try, and join the team. And it will definitely it will help support me a lot. And I really appreciate anyone who can help. It's so hot. You love it. You love it, Legacy. Well, below 29 is nice. 13 Celsius is nice. Summer heat. Yeah, summer heat is anywhere between that, yeah. Hey, what's up, King? Hey, last exclusive lounge, I awakened Steel Phoenix for my light tank, and now I'm wondering which exclusive lounge officer should I go for next? Another light tank or one for the MBT? I mean, you could probably start working on, say, Wings of Wanderlust, maybe? I think that's who I'm going to go for next, because let's be honest, Wings of Wanderlust can be used on a light tank. It can be used on a MB. It's a very, well, it's a versatile officer. It is a very versatile officer, and you can use it on anywhere, realistically speaking. But also, it's still one of the newer officers as well that will work anywhere, so... How's the new RD officer? He's pretty good, Zachary. I mean, he's, I haven't had a crazy amount of time with him. But he's pretty decent. He's pretty decent from what I can tell so far. He is pretty decent from what I can tell so far, guys. Have a good stream. My eyes are dying, so I'm gonna rest up. Hey, no worries, Alex. Thank you for stopping by and vibing with us today. I really do appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Frost. Welcome. Yeah, I'd say definitely think about maybe that. Obviously, we just don't know what new exclusive lounge officers are coming. You know, there could be a brand new tank officer coming. It's so boring between L4s waiting. Vil, then you should check out my game that I'm doing a sponsorship with. It'll pass your time and it will help support me for free. Check out the new game, Vil. I'd appreciate it. It'll give you something to do in your pastime. Next one's probably air-related. Yeah, there could be a new air-related officer. You saw dolphins on the way home from work? Damn. Okay. I mean, the best thing you could do, for example, is even if you just use your statues on just getting one skill. So by the time you get one skill done, so for example here, you can get 30% extra damage. If you was to just awaken this one skill, then obviously by the time you get this one skill done, there might be a new officer out. And at that point, then you can think about, you know, oh, maybe I'll actually go and, you know, check that out as well. Maybe we'll go do that, you know, when a new officer comes out. So focus on one skill at a time. And then when a new one comes out, you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe we can just go for that new officer if he's that much crazier or better. Vil, you're way too strong for me, you silly sausage. Oh, and if there is a better one, I can use this one skill for train. No, but that's what I'm saying, King. You can definitely do that for... You could definitely do that. What's y'all's power at now? I'm not too sure. We are currently on 60. Where, oh no, sorry, 57. Here you go, 57.1. We're on 57 point. Oh no, sorry, 59.1. 59.1. Hey, take care, King. Thank you again for stopping by. Chat, I think, want logins for now? It's okay, Vil. It's okay. I'm about to end stream anyway. I'm not 900, but oh well. But definitely, we'll definitely check it out soon, Vil. We'll definitely check it out soon. We have got a new, we've got a new, what's it called, lined up, ready to go. A new video. We've got a new video that's all lined up and ready to get out. So that new video is going to be talking about Uncle and Still Fighter. We're going to be talking about Uncle and Still Fighter's base defense skill. And just how much does it actually help? So, because I was also told that apparently they don't work together. So, we had to put it to the test. So, I'm going to be ending the stream here, guys. But the new video will be out for anyone who is a member right now. And then it'll be out in 6 minutes' time for everyone. So, in 6 minutes, the new video will be up. As I said, guys, I really appreciate all the love and support from each and every single one of you. Thank you for tuning in. If you do get time to just simply download the game, play the intro, check it out. As I said, the link is going to be in the chat for you guys right now. I'd appreciate anyone who can download the game, even if you don't continue playing it. As if you can just try it and check it out, I'd appreciate it. But the video is going to be up, guys, in about 5 minutes' time. So definitely stay tuned for that. Make sure you got the bells and notifications on. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you for being so amazing. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye, guys.